Knowing that many of you have to file claims while cleaning up your homes, this is going to be very stressful, as it always is after a storm. So joining me now live is a flood insurance expert, Richard Folkman, with what homeowners need to know. Good morning.
Thanks for having me today.
So what's the first thing that homeowners need to do if they've gotten any damage from water this week?
Well, the best thing is reach out to your insurance agent, let them know so you can get a claim filed right away and get that process started. Also, make sure that your information is up to date. A lot of times we change our phone number over time from maybe when we started with the policy. So make sure that they have the most recent phone number so the adjusters can get a hold of you. From that point, the smartest thing to do is before you start doing anything, take pictures of the inside of your house, move room to room, and get as much as you can inside of that room. So get your personal items and what the walls and doors and things look like in the house before you start taking things out. The next step would be to get things that are made of material, carpet, rugs, blankets. Get those things out of your house right away because they're going to mold quickly. They're going to cause a lot of the smell that you get in your house.
Yeah, so you know what, there are a lot of things that you need to do before you can really even file that claim, right? I mean, we do have to take pictures. We do need to get things out of there so that they don't mold. But I do keep hearing that we should file a claim right away. So is there some urgency behind that? Because it feels like that's such a pain to have to do that you always kind of procrastinate that a little bit. But is that really the best thing to do?
It is, because what you're trying to do is get with that adjuster as soon as you can and get the advice and get their understanding of what's happened and help you in the direction that you're going to take next, and protecting your interests in that we get you as much money as we can as possible, because that's really the goal of every adjuster, is to get as much money into your hands as possible.
And you know what, living here in the Houston area, even though we experience a lot of flooding, a lot of people still don't have flood insurance. So will your homeowner's insurance cover any part of flood damage?
Unfortunately, people are finding out right now, if they didn't already know, that no, that's an exclusion in almost every homeowner's policy. And that's been that way since the 1920s. So you have to have a separate policy, and the government has something called the National Flood Insurance Program that's available to help you get flood coverage.
Okay, so if you don't have flood insurance, you're looking at probably paying for these repairs out of pocket.
It can be financially devastating to those that don't have the coverage.
So looking ahead to future storms, how should somebody prepare for flooding? Because I know that even if you did get flood insurance now, it doesn't kick in right away.
Correct. It's about 30 days from the time that they receive the payment before that flood policy takes effect. So get with your agent right away and work on that. But when you're looking at an impending storm coming, the first thing is document what your house looked like before the storm comes, and you should just do that on a regular basis anyways. That way, if you are affected, the adjuster has something to go by, knows what it looked like, and can better serve you with writing the estimate.
Okay, that's video, pictures, things like that. Just put it aside in a safe place on your computer.
Pictures are best. Video is hard to transmit, and it's also hard for the adjusters to go through. So individual photos are much better. Just make sure you get widescreen. The other thing that's important is if you do suffer a claim, you have to go through this process. After you get everything pulled out of the house, go ahead and take photos with the walls tore out, everything tore out of the house, and keep those photos and even send them to your adjuster so they can note that you did do the repairs. That's real important.
All right, Richard Folkman, thank you so much for that information this morning. Very important to a lot of people here across our area. We appreciate it.